Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market, and today guys we touch on several points again to keep you updated on everything. We will go from Premier League to La Liga and more. So let me start with the deal of the day, because it's over between Alexander Zinchenko and Nottingham Forest. The player was on loan at Forest since the very final hours of the summer transfer window, because that day happened very late on deadline day in the summer, and now Zinchenko is set to return to Arsenal, because formally he was on loan from Arsenal out of contract at the end of the season, and so he's going to be a free agent in summer 2026. But the news of the day is that Ajax have agreed a deal with Arsenal and with the agents of Zinchenko over contract and terms. Loan deal until the end of the season, then Zinchenko will be free to decide his future. Everything agreed, everything is in place, and so Alexander Zinchenko to Ajax is here we go. The player will travel in the next hours for medical test, contract signing, and so Zinchenko set to join Ajax, and that's an important news of the day. More to mention, guys, after Alexander Zinchenko, because the market is moving on many points. I'm always checking my phone, as there is always some news incoming. So, and I wanted to touch also on English clubs, staying on English clubs, because an important point is regarding Chelsea. Chelsea had a mission in France, to meet Rennes a few days ago and to start negotiations for Jeremy Jacquet, the centre-back. Rennes at the moment want really important money, guys. This is not an easy negotiation. Rennes believe that Jeremy Jacquet is one of the best young, talented defenders in the world, and so Rennes are asking for important money for Jeremy Jacquet. At this stage, my understanding is that Rennes are prepared to ask a record fee for the club. They sold Jeremy Doku to Manchester City for 64 million euros. They want to go over this, so from 65 to 70. The negotiation is ongoing. Chelsea are working on it with their directors, with their owners, with all people involved, and with the approval of Liam Rosenior, who knows French players very well because he was the manager of Strasbourg. He's always been studying a lot the French teams and players, and so Jeremy Jacquet has been also approved as a target by Liam Rosenior, and now what's going to happen is that Chelsea are prepared to accelerate on club side. There will be new contacts this week between Chelsea and Rennes to try get closer to an agreement for Jeremy Jacquet. Again, it's about the structure of the deal, the final valuation. Obviously, Chelsea will not go there and immediately put 70 million euros on the table. They need to negotiate. There will be a conversation, and so let's see what happens. There is a three-man shortlist at Chelsea, but Jeremy Jacquet is the top target. Staying in England, guys, I wanted to mention something on Manchester United, because in the next hours, I would say, at the very beginning of this week, there will be an internal meeting at the club at Manchester United involving also the ideas of Michael Carrick. Then it's not Michael Carrick who decides, but Michael Carrick, who started his Manchester United chapter in a fantastic way by winning the Manchester Derby, showing very good energy, very good football. But at the same time, Carrick will be involved in the conversation with Man United to decide on several situations, what they want to do on the market from now to the end of the January transfer window. If they want to go and try get a player for an opportunity, maybe in midfield, maybe in other positions, maybe a striker, so they need to assess and decide with Michael Carrick, or change the plan and continue with the current squad. So not changing the plan, because at the moment it's all very quiet. Continue with the current squad and invest in the summer. Of course, the big investments of Manchester United will be made in the summer, when they will have a permanent manager, when they will continue their project. Now could be about the opportunities, and they want to discuss internally to decide if they want to go for an opportunity or stay with this squad. In Italy, some clubs, Roma, Juventus, are all waiting to see if Man United decide to open doors, for example, for Joshua Zirkzee. Maybe if they add one more player, they can give the green light to an exit. So in Italy, they are waiting, but at the moment, Man United are yet to decide, and they're staying with the current squad they have. So let's follow all these kind of situations. And then we move to Spain, guys, for the second and final part of this video. Because, first of all, these are the final 24 hours for Endrick recall clause, not buyback, but recall clause. So callback clause, we can call it like this. Why? Because there is, and it's important to clarify, a clause into the contract between Olympique Lyon and Real Madrid for Endrick that allows Real Madrid to recall the player by January 20. Many of you asked me about this when Real Madrid decided to appoint Arbeloa after Xabi Alonso, but my message remains the same. Real Madrid will not activate this clause. They are very happy to see Endrick playing. They are very happy to see Endrick happy. They are very happy to see Endrick with a goal on his debut. Also, in the second game, the first one in Ligue 1, he also delivered an assist, man of the match. So Endrick is doing fantastic. Endrick is very happy. Real Madrid will not break this magic that already started between Endrick and Lyon. Endrick will be back at Real Madrid at the end of the season, and so Real Madrid are not using this recall clause. But the final day in the contract is going to be the next 24 hours, because from day 20 Real Madrid will not have that clause anymore. But again, that clause was only included for eventual injuries or emergency situation, not because of Xabi Alonso, Arbeloa or any other case. And then Barcelona, guys. On Barcelona, let me tell you two things. The first one, this week Paris Saint-Germain will complete the signing of Dro, because Dro is going to Paris Saint-Germain. As I told you, 6 million euros are close to be triggered, and so Dro is going to be a new PSG player. And then Marc-André ter Stegen, because this week I also expect Girona to accelerate and close the deal with Barcelona on loan for Marc-André ter Stegen. There is already an agreement, as I told you, between Girona and Marc-André ter Stegen. The player said yes. Many of you ask me why Ter Stegen is going to Girona from Barcelona. He wants to play. He's desperate to play. Ter Stegen is coming back from an injury. Ter Stegen needs to play, needs to be consistent because there is a World Cup incoming, and so now is all set to see Marc-André ter Stegen joining Girona. The player said yes. Between the two clubs, they need to sort some details on the loan deal. Obviously, it's all about the loan coverage, so the salary of the player from now to the end of the season. Barcelona and Girona are finalizing these details, and then Marc ter Stegen is set to return as a starting goalkeeper, in this case to Girona, and it's going to be a huge moment for sure for the club. And then, guys, let me finish with the news of this last week from Friday, the exclusive news. Marc Guéhi is in Manchester. He completed his medical test and he can be considered as a new Manchester City player. Deal done with Crystal Palace, £20 million plus add-ons. Deal done with the player. The medical has been perfect, and so Pep Guardiola from this week will have his new centre-back, Marc Guéhi from Crystal Palace. The Here We Go is confirmed and the deal is done. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, going from Man United, what should they do, and then Jacquet, Zinchenko, Marc-André ter Stegen and Girona, Dro and Paris Saint-Germain, and then your feeling on Endrick. How do you see the Brazilian doing very well at Olympique Lyon and Real Madrid trusting this opportunity for the boy, not recalling the Brazilian striker? Let me know your opinion, guys. Here in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon. Here, as always, with Fabrizio. Ciao.